At every point of the 2022 NFL season, we here at Lineupassist will continuously present different analytics and videos meant to spotlight the top performances among specific group of American football players. This week, we've assembled a list of the top 10 shutdown cornerbacks heading into Week 7. Starting the video as number 1 on our list is 1. James Bradberry, Philadelphia Eagles * Year 7. Shadow coverage games 2. Coverage SCR 91. Bradberry, a cap casualty from the failed Dave Gettleman administration in New York, rode the turnpike down to Philadelphia and has been a revelation for the Eagles' defense this season. Jonathan Gannon has been much more at ease using man coverage in his second season as defensive coordinator, increasing its usage from 21% in 2021, 29th in NFL, to 32% this season as a result of Philly acquiring Bradberry and safety CJ Gardner-Johnson, T10th. This season, the Eagles have dominated the playing man position, allowing just 3.8 yards per attempt, second in the NFL, and Bradberry has played a significant role. When the veteran corner has stood up, offenses have targeted him a league-high 22 times, testing him frequently. However, Bradberry has only allowed 6 receptions during this time for 44 yards. Targeting Bradberry in general has been a risky offensive strategy in 2022. They've completed -8.0 fewer passes than expected and given up -25.8 expected points on those targets, ranking first in the NFL among coverage defenders. 2. Darius Slay, Philadelphia Eagles * Year 10. Shadow coverage games 1. Coverage SCR 85. Howie Roseman might be excellent at this. After a falling out with Matt Patricia in Detroit, the Eagles swooped in and acquired Slay at a discount 2 years ago, and he's improved in each season while adjusting to playing more off coverage in Philly. Slay has a league-low 31.0 passer rating, min, 15 targets, this season and completely shut down Minnesota's Justin Jefferson in their Week 2 matchup. The 10-year veteran has been dominant on an island in man coverage, with only 8 of his 58 coverage snaps being targeted. Slay hasn't given up a reception in man coverage since Week 3. The dynamic duo of Slay and Bradberry has been instrumental in the Eagles' ascension to the Super Bowl. 3. Surtain II, Denver Broncos * Year 2. Shadow coverage games 3. Coverage SCR 84. The second-year cornerback from Alabama has made a name for himself this season, leading a stout Broncos defense that has kept the team competitive despite having the NFL's lowest scoring offense. While the Broncos have used zone coverage 77% of the time this season, tied for 5th in the NFL, the majority of that has been cover 3 coverage, 42%, 3rd in the NFL. As a result, the outside corner has been isolated on the majority of his coverage snaps this season. Surtain has tracked some of the NFL's top receivers this season, aligning across from DK Metcalf, Mike Williams, and Davante Adams for at least 65% of their routes in those 3 games. Surtain stopped Williams on 3 targets and held his own against Adams and Metcalf, limiting them to less than 6 yards per target. This season, the shutdown corner has completely erased any other WR who has dared to challenge him, allowing only 61 yards on 21 targets to receivers other than Adams and Metcalf. 4. Tyson Campbell, Jacksonville Jaguars * Year 2. Shadow coverage games 2. Coverage SCR 84. Campbell may not be the most visible Jacksonville player to improve in Year 2, but his development has contributed to the Jaguars' increased competitiveness. Campbell, who went to high school with fellow 2021 draft picks Surtain and Anthony Schwartz, Browns WR, at American Heritage High School in Florida, has used his speed on the field this season. For what it's worth, Jadon McBurrows, the 4th member of that 2018 relay team, is now a cornerback at Michigan. This season, opponents targeting Campbell in coverage have lost -15.5 expected points, ranking 6th among all defenders. Campbell's ability to play tight coverage, allowing the second lowest average target separation, 1.8 yards, in the NFL of this season, has been critical to his success, min, 20 targets. The young corner has proven to be yet another cornerstone, acquired with a high draft pick in the Jaguars' 2021 class. 5. Rocky Ya-Sin, Las Vegas Raiders * Year 4. Shadow coverage games 1. Coverage SCR 83. When Ya-Sin was traded straight up for star pass rusher Yannick Ngakoue in the offseason, high expectations were naturally placed on him, but Ya-Sin has responded with a career year so far. Though the Raiders have lost all 4 games in which he has appeared, opposing receivers have been losing one-on-one matchups with Ya-Sin. This season, the 4th-year cornerback has allowed a league-low 31.6 completion percentage in coverage, min, 15 targets. Yesin's numbers stand out even more when the Raiders are in man coverage, as he has only allowed 1 completion on 11 such targets for an 11-yard gain. Yesin has been a bright spot in an otherwise struggling secondary for the NFL's 28th-ranked scoring defense. Sticks. Fabian Moreau, New York Giants *year 6. Shadow coverage games. 3. Coverage SCOR 82. Moreau began the season on the Giants practice squad, but his rapid rise from scout team star to regular season star has played a significant role in the Giants' surprising 5-1 start. This season, Moreau has allowed only 35.3% of his targets to be completed, trailing only Yesin Min, 15 targets. As a result, Moreau has allowed only 2.7 receiving yards per target as the closest defender, ranking first among NFL players with at least 15 targets. Moreau's veteran presence has blended well with the secondary brimming with young talent, including Julian Love and Xavier McKinney, and is a key component of the league's 7th-ranked scoring defense, which is performing admirably in Brian Daboll's first season as coach. 7. Charvarius Ward, San Francisco 49ers *year 5. Shadow coverage games. 0. Coverage SCOR 82. Ward is in his first season with the 49ers after 4 years as a mainstay in the Kansas City secondary, and he's performed better than ever in his first season in a different red and gold uniform. Ward's elite ball skills have been on full display as he leads the NFL among players with at least 15 targets with a 32.0% ball hawk rate, percentage of targets resulting in a pass breakup or interception. This season, Ward has allowed a 39.6 passer rating when targeted as the closest defender, the same number a quarterback would have if he threw the ball into the turf on every play. The 49ers defense has been plagued by injuries, including those to Nick Bosa, Javon Kinlaw, Emmanuel Mosley, Eric Armstead, and others. But Ward's consistent play has helped San Francisco miraculously remain the NFL's 2nd-ranked scoring defense. 8. Chidobe Awuzie, Cincinnati Bengals *year 6. Shadow coverage games. 0. Coverage SCOR 79. While the Bengals appear to have regressed slightly since their Super Bowl victory, Awuzie's play has remained elite in his 2nd season in Cincinnati. Awuzie has allowed -6.6 fewer receptions than expected this season, trailing only James Bradberry, according to the Next Gen Stats completion probability model, which estimates how likely any given pass is to be completed based on factors such as, but not limited to, receiver separation, air distance of the pass, and sideline distance. Furthermore, only 37.2% of targets with Awuzie as the closest defender have been completed, ranking 4th among players with at least 15 targets. If the Cincinnati offense can regain its 2021 level, Awuzie and the defense could put the Bengals back in the thick of the AFC playoff race. 9. Tariq Woolen, Seattle Seahawks *year 1. Shadow coverage games. 2. Coverage SCOR 79. Woolen was an NFL scouting combined freak entering his rookie season, but how quickly those measurables translated to the field likely surprised even the most ardent Woolen supporters. Woolen was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week for Week 6 after recording his 4th straight interception, following in the footsteps of Trevon Diggs last season and becoming the first rookie to do so since Joe Hayden with the Browns in 2010. Woolen has allowed a 36.9 passer rating when targeted as the closest defender this season, which ranks 4th among cornerbacks with at least 15 targets. Woolen finds ways to make headlines even when he doesn't contribute to the stat sheet. If he continues to play at this level, he will be compared to another Seattle 5th-round pick, Richard Sherman, who was chosen 154th overall in 2011, compared to Woolen's 153rd in 2022, and went on to be selected to 5 Pro Bowls. 10. Sauce Gardner, New York Jets *year 1. Shadow coverage games. 0. Coverage SCOR 78. The Jets' 2022 draft class has already set a record, led by standout rookie cornerback Sauce Gardner. Gardner, one of 7 next-gen stats can't-miss prospects in that class, has wasted no time in proving he is deserving of the 4th overall pick. He already has 9 passes defensed, pass breakups, and interceptions, which ties him for first in the NFL with Diggs and Bradberry. Gardner has dominated when given the opportunity to man up on opposing receivers, allowing only 1 reception for 6 yards on 6 such targets, while the Jets have mostly used zone coverage. Gardner, along with fellow offseason acquisitions DJ Reed and Jordan Whitehead, has transformed the Jets' secondary from what it was a year ago and its leading in New York team that has won as many games as it did in the entire 2021 season through Week 6. You can get an edge on draft day over here at Lineupassist by giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing to our channel for hundreds of player profiles, expert rankings, projections, mock drafts, sleepers, busts, and much more. See you in the next video.